Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, and welcome to our You'll Never Walk Alone WhatsApp group and YouTube channel. If you could hit the like and subscribe button down at the bottom, I'd really appreciate it. We've just got over 1,000 subscribers, which is great, and we've got tons of views, but we just need more likes. So if you could hit the like button and the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, Liverpool 2, Everton 0 in the Merseyside derby. What a fantastic, badly needed result that was. It does stem the flow of panic, I'm not going to lie. The last couple of weeks has been harrowing for all of us. Just been one defeat after the next, and the performances have been awful. So for us to get back onto winning ways out in the derby has just been great. It's just been such a breath of fresh air. Obviously Jurgen had to drop Thiago because of the injury, and this 18-year-old kid that we got from Celta Vigo for 200 grand, Stefan Bjaničić, is just fucking incredible player. We are blessed to have located such a player. And if ever we needed someone to come in and give us a lift, it's him. He's got all the attributes to be a world star, as long as we can keep him fit and don't fuck him and overplay him. We should be okay. He obviously we look better in midfield with Hendo, him and Fabi. Look, Thiago's a world-class player, and I'm a big fan of Thiago's. And when he's on form and the players are on form around him, we're a formidable side. But lately, he's on a different wavelength to everyone else, and we've just looked very disjointed in midfield. Fabinho hasn't recovered from not playing at the World Cup. I think his performances this season has been really poor. He wasn't great yesterday or last night, but you know, you can't criticise too much after a win, and I'm not going to. I'd rather stick to the positives. Big positive was Mo Salah getting a goal. He needed that goal. He was playing 6 out of 10, 6 being the average, until he got that goal, and then all of a sudden everything started clicking again. It's a confidence thing, and the team has very little of it, but that was a much better performance. We had a full week, which I think helped us a lot. And I thought we were good value for our win. Now look, before I get too worked up over it, before we all get a little bit gassed over it, it was the Merseyside derby, it is a local derby, but Everton are in a really bad state of affairs. They're pretty fucking shocking. So to get too worked up over it is probably, however, they didn't really have anything. They didn't offer anything going forward. Sean Dyche's a good manager. I think he might help them stay up, and I'd like them to stay up. There are rivals. I like two teams from the city being in the Premier League, but I really don't see them, doing very much this season other than trying to stay up. But still, we needed to get them 3 points, probably better than, or more importantly than anything. We just needed a win from somewhere to, stop the slide down the league, and I think we got that tonight, or last night rather. Sorry for the late video. I was working today, and being in Australia, the time difference and everything else, this is as quick as I could get it out, so my apologies. I'll try and do faster. Look, we've got some important games. We've got Newcastle on the weekend, which is very important. We've got Real Madrid in Europe midweek. Then we've got Palace, Wolves, United, Bournemouth, and then Real Madrid again. And literally that is, that's going to shape our season. Without the Champions League, we really, top four, it's a big ask, I think. But if we could pick up wins in them and still be in the Champions League, who knows? The season might be a write-off. A lot of talk about Jurgen Klopp going to Real Madrid. I don't see that happening. I really don't. Players want to go to Real Madrid, but managers know what Real Madrid will do once the results turn on them. and going after Ancelotti after winning the Champions League and the league and everything else. Whoever goes in after Ancelotti is going to be a disappointment, as Jose Mourinho found out, and a few other managers to their cost. I don't see Jurgen leaving for Real Madrid. They just change managers too often, and they'll fuck him over as soon as things get bad. And for that reason, I don't see him leaving Liverpool. I think he wants to sort this out. I think he's been promised money in the summer to restructure a new team, and I think he wants to see out his contract. He's always said he's never broken a contract, and I don't see him doing this one. And we won't sack him. Okay, so that's it. Mo Salah got the goal from a Nunez set up from a break from their corner, which was good to see. It was like Liverpool of old. And Cody Gakpo got his first goal at Anfield, and his first goal for Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. So these things have importance. But as I said, Stefan Bjelicic was my man of the match. I think he was Sky's man of the match. What a fantastic talent. I see a lot of people online are comparing him to Xabi Alonso. He's a long way to go before he starts doing that, but he definitely has the skill set and he looks to be some player. Okay, I'll be back with the player ratings. Okay, welcome back to our player ratings for Liverpool versus Everton in the Merseyside derby at Anfield in the league. Yeah, so great performance by the boys. First really good performance in a long time. I think it was our first win of 2023 as well, which is depressing in itself considering we're nearly in mid-February. But as I said, I don't want to get too downhearted. We've just come off a win, and it's something to build off. The results have been very poor since Christmas, so I'm going to grab this one with both hands. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. It helps out the channel. As I said, we just broke 1,000 subs, so I'd like to see it grow. And obviously we're going to pump out more content throughout the year. Okay, so in goal, Alisson. Ali's getting a 7. He caught a few crosses, didn't have very much to do, and they weren't very good going forwards, but clean sheet and all, so 7 out of 10. 6 being the average. Trent, 7. Much better from him. Good going forward. A few missed passes, but in general the overlapping was good. So yeah, happy with that. Joel Matip, 6. Poor Joel doesn't look comfortable at the back. He really doesn't. He hasn't been great in the last few months, and he certainly wasn't that great here. But 6 out of 10, 6 being the average. Joe Gomez, 8. Much more improved performance from Joe. That's more like it. Joe's been at the club a long time. He's being hampered by a bad injury list. Everything goes wrong for him. But he is a centre back worth having in the team when he's at his best. And last night I thought he was exceptional. So he's getting an 8 out of 10. Robbo, best game for fucking 3 or 4 months, I think. 8 out of 10 for him as well. He was much better. It was much more like it. He was offering more going forward, overlapping, setting the ball in, tracking back. Yeah, it was more like it. Midfield, whereas usually is our bad spot, to be fair. I'm going to start Fabi, 6. Too slow to the ball. Looks lost in this midfield. I don't know what's going on with him. He's really had a confidence shaken by not being gone to the World Cup, I think. And it's just, he can't seem to get his rhythm back. But hopefully, he will. He's a good player and we need him. Jordan Henderson, 7. It's probably Hendo's best game in about 4 or 5 months as well. He's been shocking this season, but this is more like it. And I thought he did well. My man of the match, a 9 out of 10 for Stefan Bjelicic. I spoke about him in the review a lot. What a player. Bags of skill, bags of talent, full of running. Just everything we need. Mo Salah. I'm going to give Mo an 8 out of 10. Before the goal he was 6, but he's getting an 8 out of 10 because old Mo turned up once the goal went in. The Coatons came rushing back. It was like two different players. Darren Núñez, 8. His running and speed for a big boy still blows my mind. I know he didn't score, and I know he needs an awful lot of opportunities to score, but if we can just harness the goal scoring with the speed, we're going to have some player. He came from huge money. He didn't settle into a team that was winning. He settled into a team in transition, and he suffered a little bit from it. Cody Gakpo, 7. He got his goal. Some nice touches. He's still trying to find his way into this team and into this league. There's a big step up from the Dutch league. Substitutions, nobody was really on much. I thought Milner did okay when he came on. It was a few late substitutions. They weren't really on long enough. Jurgen Klopp. Klopp's getting an 8.5 out of 10. Nearly a 9. He made the changes because he was forced to make them. And he moved. He had no choice but to take Thiago out, and we looked better for it. Now, does that mean we're a better team without Thiago in it? Wouldn't say that. But we won't have him for a few weeks, so we're gonna soon find out. And we definitely looked a lot better than we have in the last couple of weeks, so who knows? As I said, we've got Newcastle in the league. That's going to be a huge test. If we could get 3 points out of that, it would give us a lot of confidence going into the Real Madrid game. I'm not expecting much from the Real Madrid game. They're on top of the world at the minute, and we're pretty much not. So, it's going to take a magical night at Anfield and an even bigger one at the Bernabeu to get a result off them. But you never know in this game. And then we've got Palace and Wolves, which we need to get 6 points out of. And then we've got United and Bournemouth, and then Real. So, as I said in the review, these are the matches that are going to shape our season, with Real Madrid in between the middle of a load of games that we should take 3 points from. If we can take all the points from there, we mightn't be that far away from top 4, and the season might be a write-off completely. We are going to struggle to attract players if we're not in top 4. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Especially if Newcastle get in there ahead of us. Looks like United have fixed their problems, so they're probably a shoe-in. City are a shoe-in, Arsenal are a shoe-in. So there's only really one spot. And you would assume that Chelsea would click at some point. They're not going to stay shite forever with the amount of money they've spent on all these players. So we really need to start finding our form and getting points on the board, and hopefully this will be it. Alright, till the weekend, we've got Newcastle, but huge 3 points, a massive confidence boost, and it does take the pressure off Jurgen and the team. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and see you on the weekend.